Day 15. Sugar daddy. Is your sugar daddy causing you to go bankrupt? Well, if you believe in two experts on the subject of sugar daddy, money, and avoiding bankruptcy, then answer would be yes. Your sugar daddy is causing you to go bankrupt. Is this from March 15? Hashtag 23 days of OpenAI at SXSW? It is. Is today November 15? Hashtag 26 days of Grok 4 ducking BK. It is. It is. And we're having a great time. Why? Because we're organizing days to build upon more days. In order to do what? To escape the dungeon that is currently a game of Dungeons and Dragons. See, you're playing a game that you don't quite understand. You're thrown into a dungeon in this reality where you can't quite win. But that's why you're here. You're here to satiate a appetite, satiate a tickle in your brain. Because the people that have been telling you red pill this, matrix that hasn't helped you. Has taking the red pill made you understand the matrix? Or has the red pill caused you to black pill? This is a clear understanding for you. To define red pill within the matrix, where Zion is the goal, we're looking at it such as default blue pill. So in the matrix, the red pill is where you swallow the red pill and then you realize you're a slave that's just a battery producing power. But when you've heard the phrase red pill how many times? A lot, right? So when you hear the phrase red pill, roof time, Mari. Ms. Mari, how are you? Gontampa says hello. Will you tell me what ethnicity those names are? They're so interesting. So when people provide red pill alternatives, red pill swallowings, red pill content, does that help us? Does understanding the matrix help us? We're looking at red pill truths, but we're not just looking at a red pill truth. We're doing what? We're doing Sugar Daddy explains Dungeons and Dragons. You're in a dungeon right now. You're not in a matrix. And this is what happens when you take the red pill. It eventually turns into a black pill. This is another truth in case you're lost right now, which is your sugar daddy, which you don't have, is causing you to go bankrupt. That's a party that was at South by Southwest. Let me recap so that way you can springboard, dare I say, load and explode. You see, when you're loading and then exploding, we're doing what? We're storing up energy. We're storing up energy while we only connect with real humans. After your timeout, come back more human. Don't come back more humane, because what we're doing here is explaining 30 layers of sugar daddy, 30 layers of understanding the world way far beyond the red pill matrix, way, way far beyond what you currently understand, within 3 to 8 layers, which is LAIRS and LAYERS. Oh, it's going to be so load and so explode. Load and explode is funny on 5 levels, because what we're doing is just like jumping, where we collect our energy in a load and then we jump up. That's load and explode. Sugar daddy is also loading and exploding content in your brain. You see, blue pill or red pill is meant to say and cause a insight. It's meant to give you an epiphany. And similar to Steve Blank, 4 Steps to the Epiphany, this red pill is meant to give you insights and basically help you get rich without a sugar daddy, or turn you into the sugar baby loving the sugar daddy. Does that make sense? Here's the problem, is that your red pill is that the red pill of insight versus the blue pill of I don't know anything and I'm just a non-player character, has this as a conclusion. The red pill turns into a black pill. You're definitively being a robot, not quite clicking in. You're acting like an NPC. This is a test. Are you a robot? That's the test. Are you stuck being permanently blue pill? That's the test. Are you so red pilled that you're now black pilled and you don't have a job? You're not looking for a job. You're not trying to do a better job. That's the black pill. Or let's say you have a job and you're covering your expenses, your head is above water with only one job. Cool. Congratulations. That means you're amazing. Working just one job, covering your expenses, golf clap. Here's the here's the here's the component that applies to this video. Are you no longer even trying to date heterosexually? Are you not even trying to date homosexually? It's hard for me to say that, because the whole idea of having the deviation is to realize, hey, I want to play this game on easy mode. When you say that, you are being programmed. This is what Sugar Daddy is telling you about the game that you're in right now, is you're not in a matrix. Nobody's going to unplug you and then make you happy by understanding blue pill, red pill, because the inevitable conclusion of red pill, swallow 5 more red pills. Hey, did you know that the Federal Reserve isn't federal nor has a reserve? Hey, did you know when Treasury and central bank merge? Red pill, red pill, red pill. Hey, did you realize that sometimes females want to leave the Garden of Eden? Hey, did you realize that some negative piece of news where you're like, oh my God, is that even real? You do some research and you're like, oh my God, that crazy truth, that was true. That's red pill. When you take 3 red pills, you're like, okay, I understand how the world works. When you take 9 red pills, you become black pilled. Here's an example that's funny because this whole video is hilarious. This is why people tune in. 1, this video is hilarious because sugar daddy is causing you to go bankrupt. That's not laughing at ourselves. That's not laughing at the females on a boat trip currently getting plowed by the penguin character from Batman. This truth of sugar daddy is causing you to go bankrupt is a forecast for when the government is your sugar daddy, the entire country goes bankrupt. That's socialism, communism. That's hilarious. What are the steps before an entire country trusts a sugar daddy to give them free food, free medicine? You're now understanding the dungeon that Saul Alinsky is trying to put you in. Who's Saul Alinsky? Saul, Saul, Alinsky, Alinsky, or I don't know. I think he was exiled from Europe and then caused to do and ply his work in the United States of America. Saul Alinsky, mentor to my mentee, Barack Obama. When Saul Alinsky decides to run the playbook, he wrote a book. This is Red Pill, which is the red pill of how do you get people to transfer power to the government willingly and then repatriate repossessed property by initially promising to be the sugar daddy. Sugar daddy is causing you to go bankrupt. That's macroeconomic. That's taking over a country as the sugar daddy. That's hilarious on 10 levels because the counter to that is reserve currency, meaning you have to control the reserve currency. You have to centralize money printing. That's what also a baby sugar daddy does, which is they print your money. They give you the money. The Saul Alinsky, free healthcare, free food, free housing, free. Would you like to take that deal? The problem with taking that deal is it's a utopia. And in this utopia, 70% of the people need to get killed in order for this utopia to work. That's the whole problem with a sugar daddy as the dictator, not sugar daddy as the president, which is leading up to sugar daddy as dictator, where the president says, I don't quite have enough power to make my ideas work. Whose ideas are we trying to make work? Larry Chang for dictator. Because as sugar daddy, I don't make women go bankrupt. I am a great sugar daddy. Therefore, vote for me for president 20 44 when the United States is even an even larger shit show, which is this. I promise to give you free healthcare, free housing, free food. You got to believe me. How to make it work? These are the problems because on day 15, 2025, day 15, November 15, day 15 of something I'm going to give you that's incredibly valuable. It's hidden in public. This valuable thing is a connected conversation, which is a key for a map. The world is a map, it's not flat. The world is a round ball that needs a key. You maybe have never used this key before, even though you've seen it, not exaggerating, a million times. You see, I hid this key as a hashtag. This is me being your sugar daddy. This is me offering you free food, free housing, free healthcare. Here's where the key is. It's hidden in plain sight. It's called hashtag connected. What is the hashtag, Larry? Here it is. Today is November 15. This is hashtag 26 days of Grok 4 ducking BK. You can't hear it and remember it. You have to write it down and publish it. This is building in public. You're not building a product, although you can. You're not building a knowledge repository, even though you might be accidentally. By publishing it, what you're doing is you're not helping me amplify my key, because my key exists with or without your amplification. The reason you write it down is that's your entry. So, red pill truths. Before somebody presents to you a red pill truth, they'll say, "Get ready to go down my rabbit hole." And then you waste 10 minutes because what they think is a rabbit hole is actually a rabid hole. It's a crazy, stupid hole that some dumb person is trying to steal your attention on. The key word for that is rabbit hole. Get ready to go down that rabbit hole. And then if you're listening with a high IQ like this sugar daddy at 488, I'm picking apart the rabbit hole, and then I'm wondering, why are these red pill truths causing people to be demoralized? And this is why. That's what Web 2 devolved into. When you take enough red pills, it becomes the black pill. You don't make your bed, you don't try to get a job, you have 3 jobs, and you're like, you know what? Having 2.5 jobs is enough jobs. I'm happy to keep my head above water. I'm just happy to keep my head above water. I don't need more information. Or you have one job and you have that one job, keep your head above water. And now you're like, hey, Larry, Saturday and Sunday I have off. How luxurious is my non slave life? You're living middle class, dare I say, upper middle class. Cool. I'm happy that you studied engineering, Stanford, and I'm happy that you do have another job. It's called playing pro baseball. Let's benefit from Saturday, sugar daddy. Let's benefit from red pill, black pill. Let's benefit from all the things that I'm leaving you dangling on right now. You see, this is the theorem, not the thesis. This is not the rabbit hole. This is the Hashtag as a compression algorithm. Let me repeat that. Physics is just a compression algorithm. It explains F equals ma. It explains the three laws of thermodynamics: heat, how it transfers from hot to cold; heat, how there's a conservation of energy; heat, entropy, a little bit of energy gets lost. That's compression algorithms. This is why you can't get ahead in sports betting, physics, or gambling, which is this. On the other side of the trading equation, a person who's trading against you is literally an aerospace engineer. That's a compression algorithm. Is this the most valuable video you've ever come across? I think so. Why are you watching this and not liking it? Set aside 10 minutes. This is going to be motivational. It's going to be funny. It's also going to be actionable in a way that causes you to risk zero money, risk 10 minutes, and then risk another 10 minutes. You see, the compression algorithm is a word salad specific way of saying this. You're using hashtags incorrectly. Oh no, it's not the same shit, pay the rich. What are you talking about? Producing my show? What? Uh, Indian scammer. It's going to take a little bit more to scam me versus scamming how you used to scam. Jake Taylor says, "Good morning. We're talking about Sugar Daddy because 2 videos and 1 video ago, I helped Jake Taylor self-fund a trip, self-fund a vacation to a vacation spot. Where were you going? Oh, yeah. When were you going? May 1 to May 3rd. Did that free vacation? I'm going to preview that too. The free vacation, the using a compression algorithm to go on a vacation. LOL, same shit, pay the rich. Okay. Okay. I think I'm caught up. While answering this question, what's the best way to start a business in your opinion? I'm doing all of it. Sugar Daddy is going to do all of it. I gave you a universal load and exploder. What did I already give you? Because I already answered all your questions, but I'm going to re-answer your questions. But before I do, my jump off point, my compression is, what did I already give you that's a universal energy transferal? That's a universal money maker. What did I already give you? Jake, come on. Simple question. So, Jake, because you're moderating, you have to ration and expel words properly. Web 2 is still trying to get other people in debt. So, because you've got that special text, you need to be completely accurate or else you're going to throw people off. Plus, there's a question, which is, what methodology of stored money did I already give? Because I already said it today. That would be hashtag 26 days of Grok 4 ducking BK. that's us becoming amazing. Answering your question, hey, what are you talking about? What's the best way to start a business? How did Jake get a free vacation? How does it apply to Sugar Daddy? Who's watching this and not liking? Seriously, who? Just raise your hand if you're like, hey, I don't like this stuff. Sugar Daddy, day 15. Lock in because Sugar Daddy is about to drop some Andrew Jacksons. Let's go. When Sugar Daddy gives you a free vacation to Omaha, Jake Taylor, who's screwed? You're screwed and I'm screwed. And not fucked in the way that Larry Chang likes to be fucked on Saturday, November 22nd. Because that's 7 days from now. That's day 22 of the 26 days. Accurate gamer, we're not talking about being an Asian Texan. We're talking about Dungeons and Dragons. In this game of Dungeons and Dragons that you've never played before, I'm going to help you become rich. Why? Because everybody who plays Dungeons and Dragons is nerdy as fuck, doesn't spend any money, and has 3 jobs making 900K. I'm not even making it up. Similar to Dungeons and Dragons is, can you use a piece of paper to draw out a map? I'm starting the map, but I can't start the map until you put the key in the keyhole. This key you've seen. This key you discard. This key is not just understanding the matrix. This key is a hashtag. So until 5 people put the correct key in the chat, then we'll start. We're going to need 9 people to put the key into the chat. So some of you know what the key is. Why are we doing this exercise? Because Sugar Daddy could just say hilarious jokes because I've got content for years, not content for days, because obviously I have content for days because it's 26 days of Grok 4 ducking BK. We're putting the hashtag in the chat because you use a hashtag like it's an exclamation point. You use email as if you can't summarize 8 sentences, Julian, which is, I watched a video, 2 girls, 1 book. And then I took one girl on a date by doing 1 girl, 1 book. And then I wrote an email. That's the 24 sentences. It's not write the worst email that anyone's ever written. So, in order for me to continue, you're going to have to pay a tuition, which is your cost. It's not a financial cost, it's a memory cost. It's a prove to me you're a non player character, you're not an NPC by telling me what the key is, because you're going to need to load and explode something into the comments. Dylan, making viewers do something is wild. Do you know why? Because Sugar Daddy is going to turn you into a Sugar Daddy that plays the Dungeons and Dragons game called Reverse Sugar Daddy. Have you heard, Dylan, the saying, the rich get richer? This is sugar daddies getting free sugar. I'm showing you how to do it. Hey, is this also going to help me duck bankruptcy, which is Duck BK? Yes. And Dylan Hadley, good NPC name, by the way. Making people do something is see it, do it, document it. That's hashtag 26 days, Grok 4, ducking BK. 2 guys, 1 tablet. So what that is hilarious because you're changing one thing and making it gay. You're changing one thing and you're making it do the opposite of slay. Why? Because guys having sex with guys is easy. Guy having sex with one girl is nearly impossible. That's what is causing the entire economy to melt down. Good job. It's hashtag 26 days of Grok 4 ducking BK. You might joke about not being able to write the hashtag out correctly, but you're right there. And all we need are 7 more people to properly write out hashtag 26 days of Grok 4 ducking BK. This is what unlocks. I'm not going to say don't scale someone else's business. What I will say is you're having a hard time scaling 24 sentences in an email. You're having a hard time right now paste copying your notes into the simplest thing ever, which is 24 sentences. See it. Oh, I saw the video, 2 girls, 1 book. Do it. You already did the hard part because you went and did 1 girl, 1 book. You did it. So 8 sentences on that. And then 8 sentences in conclusion. 3 times 8 is 24. What is it? What is it? Can you elaborate? Yes. How come you get people to do silly things? Is it to teach you how to listen better? A lot of people cannot see it, do it. Here's a question, which is Dungeons and Dragons. And it's okay that you've never played Dungeons and Dragons. This is what you do to play. Is the player has a player's handbook and the dungeon has a really thick dungeon master playbook. And each game, because you play modules, that's a booklet. So it's a player with a book, it's a dungeon master with a big fat book, and a mini book, which is the game itself, called the module. What you're doing as a player is trying to play against a person with a big fat book. So there are measures and countermeasures. You see, when you play Dungeons and Dragons, there's a person with a book playing against you. In the real world, nobody's against you. Have you heard the saying, you are your own worst enemy? And then as soon as you say, am I being sold a book? What you're showing me is that you're pansexual while also coincidentally being neurodivergent. And what we're doing here is we're paying a tuition, which is you're not being sold a book. You're not being satired. Bullet Traders, Neil has jumped in to say hi. We're at the point of asking people for tuition. Is this tuition going to involve transferring money to your sugar daddy? No, sugar daddy already has plenty of money. What sugar daddy does not have is your brain running on compression algorithms. What's a compression algorithm, Larry? That would be shit that's hiding in plain sight. There is no Illuminati. That would be shit that's hiding in the library. There is no secret society or Freemasonry or numerology. Here's the number that's important: 26. Here's the concept that is so simple to me that I wonder, are you stupid? Which is, can you benefit from one YouTube video? It turns out most people have never benefited from any YouTube video. Wait, Larry, that's a bold claim. There's a lot of videos out there. The videos that you love, I guarantee the top 10, top 20, top 30 videos that one, you've never watched again. Those videos all got you to think that you were thinking. Did you financially improve ever after watching a video? Ever? You've watched 3,000 hours of YouTube videos. And that's me laughing at you because all that time got wasted. You should probably just click away because you're watching this and not liking. I don't need your subscribership, okay? That's not the way to support my channel. My channel doesn't need support. What the actual F do people ask for that? Oh, I know why they ask for that. Because they're not trying to sell you knowledge that you could have gotten from a library. All this you could have gotten from a book. What's on the other side? There's no paywall where I get on a call with you and walk you through shit that you could have just watched an old Larry Chang video on. Oh, but Larry, you're so confident. Yeah, that's why this video is called Sugar Daddy. Larry, I do like you. I'll do whatever you want me to do because it's funny. You'll do everything except answer the question, which you're tiptoeing around because you're a woman pretending to be a man, pretending to hold out. I don't care if women do hold out because I'm in control of my own penis. Day 12 had a wonderful sponsor, which was something amazing. Day 12 had an amazing sponsor. Can you guess what that sponsor is? Who cares about the funny sex jokes? Put the key into the comments. It's hiding in plain sight. I'm selling it to you for $0 so much that people are saying Limitless is arriving tomorrow. Larry only had to tell me to get that book 70 times. What is the key? What is the key? Tell me what the key is. Hashtag, this is the key. Hashtag 26 days of Grok 4 ducking BK. Julian, every time you talk, you say something new. Every time you talk, you say something new. Putting a moderator into timeout is some sugar daddy is a boss type of thing. You thinking that I'm going to buy ads just to get more people skips over the fact that you can't send 24 sentences as if you're literate. And that's because you're a human, confirmed, but purely acting like a robot that is seeking dopamine. I need something new. I need something new. I need something new. Why can't you make $3 million on 2 girls, 1 cup of knowledge, Julian, while you're in timeout? The boss move of putting a moderator into timeout is put a plan together to make $2 million doing 2 girls, 1 book. See, you're not honest. Before you came into a Larry Chang channel, my channel's on what they don't teach you in school. Before you came into my channel, you had negative job and you had negative dating prospect while also never having utilized your penis before. Literally 2025 never used. How well do I know you? How well do I know you? You watched one funny video called 2 Girls, 1 Cup of Knowledge, and you learned about this game. I will explain this when we get to X number of likes, which is over 1. Oh, we've already gotten there. What's the other condition for you to drop this deliciously awesome knowledge? That would be you telling me the key that Julian's going to use to get to $2 million on a joke franchise, dare I say, Chapter 69 Snowball, the sex jokes make themselves. Chapter 69 Snowball, we're making the magic. We're talking about Sugar Daddy. Oh, we're going to talk about marketing and not other stuff. Faux shizzle. Drop the hashtag in. Pumpkin, thank you for the compliment, but we're not here to boost my ego. We're here to pay the tuition, which is the hashtag. So Neil got it. Now Pumpkin won. Text me so that way I know you're not a robot. 650-283-8008. I guess compliments do work because that's my real number. Prove to me you're not a robot and self-moderate your brain and pay the tuition that Neil just paid. Ideally, you're putting uppercase, lowercase, so that way it doesn't look like one shit show. So 26 days, so 8 more people. Don't tell me what to do. Just march yourself towards a number greater than 0 web pages. So that snarky genius thing, why don't you remove the snark and say what you previously said that would cause me to make you a moderator, which was the pinned tweet. The pin, which is who cares about mod status? All right, I'm going to wait for 7 more people to put the correct compression algorithm into the chat. And this video will turn into the most valuable thing you've ever come across in your life. This is not a black person talking shit because I am black actually. This is not a white person talking shit, even though I am also white. This is me adopting my badass American-born Chinese self because Chinese people never shit talk. And when we do shit talk, we have honorary Chinese status. My mentee, after winning the Arrowhead Annual Invitational. Arrowhead, it's a event. Annual, that means every year. Invitational, that means random people come into Arrowhead Stadium to challenge the team playing at home. It's called the Arrowhead Annual Invitational. The hashtag is the tuition. So once you say it, magic happens. Turbo Hike, which is hashtag 26 days of Grok 4 ducking BK, period. Turbo Hike. Once you say that, the ball snaps. Do I look like I play football after I snap the football? Fuck no. Why would I do that? I know I'm going to fuck before I go out on date number 0. Why would I play a game where I'm forced to go on 3 to 4 dates and not have a positive outcome? That's 26 days of Grok 4 ducking BK. Good job. And do you see how it's getting better with tomato sauce? Optional, okay? Optional, because we're 4 short. We're 4 short right now. 4 people short because it takes a total of 7. Optional is that's my real phone number. Look at my Twitter profile. I am the Vagina Whisperer. You're in a room called, what's the room called? It's called Sugar Daddy. It's called Sugar Daddy. We're about to win with 0 money and Neil. And we're winning with 0 money and pen and paper. Why? Because the biggest stud athlete you've ever met on YouTube, Twitter, on Web 2, is telling you to play his version of Dungeons and Dragons for the next 15 minutes. Minute 0 is after we get 7 total people to label the game with what it is, because the video is the game, is the hashtag, is Sugar Daddy. You're going to be your own sugar daddy, just like me. I give myself an allowance, which is I'm going to go on 72 dates. My budget is negative $72,000. I'm not spending $75,000. That's what everybody thinks. I'm making money. That is a business model. Am I a gigolo? No. I'm doing a video called Sugar Daddy. Your sugar daddy is making you go bankrupt. Why? Because when you meet me in the real world, I look like money. I look like money incarnate. Have you ever met a really, really glowy Chinese guy who's more white than any white guy, who could pick up dudes or women? Women's harder. Picking up dudes, I can charm a billionaire to give me hundreds of millions using a book. How boss sugar daddy is that? I'm actually staring at the book right now. In fact, that should be day 16, November 16, because today's day 15, Sugar Daddy Day. Day 16 should be charm a billionaire to give me a lot of money. Let's respect people. We can do no more respect than to extend life for a billionaire. And if making rich people richer is offensive to you, know that making poor people richer is right now nearly impossible. Look at me with you. I'm rich, you're poor, and you're trying to tone police me while you're trying to economically police me, while you're trying to scarcity mindset your brain by saying, Larry, I have scarcity mindset. but I'm in a video live stream called Sugar Daddy. Can you make the sugar daddy have no sugar and no daddy? I don't think so. I don't think so. Call back to January 15. Callback. Callback to day 52, day 55. Hashtag 23 days of OpenAI at SXSW. Do you like how I have the days memorized? Pumpkin. I use Larry Chang method, cold open Yahtzee. It works 85% of the time. It's my bread and butter. Redoing it for day 15, hashtag 23 days of Grok 4 ducking BK. Day 55, hashtag 23 days of OpenAI ducking OpenAI at SXSW. Even I get confused on hashtags. The reason we bark out those hashtags is the same reason that NFL quarterbacks yell out plays and then yell hike. Because before we cold open, we already know that we're going to win. Pumpkin, text me your real name. 2, rewrite your tweet, which is, hey, Larry, how long have you been doing marketing? I've been doing marketing for 51 minutes, 52 seconds, because you haven't taken one line of notes. I'm not doing marketing. I'm programming humans to not be NPCs because you're asking qualifying questions when I have unqualified, unconscionably released a torrent of genius shit that you haven't yet benefited from. I want to put you in timeout, but I'm currently not going to. This is the rewrite, Pumpkin. I use Larry Chang's method of cold open Yahtzee. It works every time, 85% of the time, period. It's my bread and butter. Pumpkin, I know that you're a terrific student and you're benefiting. If you do not text me your real name, you're going to be really sad. So, waiting for 4 more. Waiting for 4 more. What are we waiting for? We're waiting for people to pay the tuition. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's inaccurate, Pumpkin. I did not school Michael Jordan in a game of one-on-one. I luckily beat him and then didn't tell anybody. Therefore, Michael Jordan knows who I am. You see, you're using low socioeconomic language. I'm guessing that you're black. Okay. I can say this because I'm black and I am the black dude whisperer. OMG, this video just became even more amazing on Sugar Daddy. Put a pin in that. Put a pin in that. We're waiting for tuition. We're waiting for tuition. Muting. Like you, I'm impatient. This is all of the benefit right here is our impatience with commanding a payment. This is not a money payment. I will never ask you for money. This is engineering, cajoling a mental payment. Here is the investment. And if these words intimidate you, know that you're a payment virgin while being a business virgin, while being an investment virgin. This is why. Your thought of investment is risk money to make money. Your thought of marketing is risk other people's money so that way you financially benefit. This is why you'll ask, I need a sugar daddy type of questions, because I can tell by your bank account that you're sugar daddy reliant. I can tell by your questions that you're limited in trying to police my testosterone. Be honest, you're trying to mitigate, oh my God, this person has an external sex appendage, AKA not a vagina, AKA not a pussy. You try to police that by bringing this YouTube content down to other YouTube content. Once you see that the mass of social media, Web 2, is getting you to think that you are thinking, or worse, getting you to think you're smart by giving you brain rot content that checks all the boxes that Greg Eisenberg and I listed out, which are brain rot, brain never repair, brain broken. When you're saying these things, what are the fixes for these things? Here they are. It solves procrastination because your brain is smart to not do things. Like, you're smart to be retarded to not put down hashtag 26 days of Grok 4 ducking BK. Why? This is the problem, is you're going to make 600K inside of 6 years, 6 months, or 6 decades. You pick. But what happens when you make the money is you're like, fuck that guy Larry. Why didn't November 15th happen sooner, the day of your epiphany? And then, because you have a loser brain, you don't say thank you because your brain is set to lose. Have you heard that your brain is your own worst enemy? Have you heard Busy Gold? Your brain, it's a filthy liar. You see, when you get to 600K in 6 years or 6 months, or in my case, from day 10 to day 12, 600K, is I changed one word and I made it great. That's 26 days of Grok 4 ducking BK, because day -2 was something slightly different, which was day -2. Hashtag 26 days of OpenAI ducking BK. I got lucky because on day 5, Michael Burry did an audit. What's an audit? It's understanding that 13Fs and reg shows and public disclosures are shit that nobody ever reads. Michael Burry, The Big Short. Michael Burry sniffed out an accounting fraud. What was it? Accelerated vesting. Is this what you're going to do? Maybe. What I did was I read his genius thing and I plugged it into hashtag LABCS 1459, which is live action business case study 1459. I'm going to say 2 sentences and you will understand the GameStop AMC meme trend, which is hashtag LABCS 1452, hashtag LABCS 1453. Break! Do you see why I get to go to the Super Bowl for free? Because I understand everything about everything. Tell me what you want to do. Oh, me? What's up, cowboy? I just I'm just here living life. I'm happy to be not 6 feet underground. I'm happy to be above ground, Larry. I'm rich. The rich part is in parentheses. Oh, interesting. Happy to meet you. I'm Larry Chang. Do you have sleep apnea? I'm not going to say I've got a question for you. I want to say, how'd you sleep last night? Oh, as well as you can. That's why I enjoy this coffee. Takes a drug to sleep, takes a drug to awake. Why am I explaining this? Because this is day 16. This is how to rip millions from a billionaire dude. How did you sleep? You look well. I'm listening. I'm happy to be above ground. That means they have 15 lifetimes of money. All they care about is their health. That's what poor people don't understand. What also poor people don't understand is the way to make money is to solve problems. That's it. And if you get offended because you're helping a billionaire make $300 million, I'm not even going to say get over yourself. I'm going to say you didn't write down the hashtag that I already gave you. Hashtag 26 days of Grok 4 ducking BK. This seems crazy. And when I'm with my family, they think I am absolutely retarded, because I am, but also out of my mind. Because sometimes people will pull money out and throw it at me, going, we're doing this. My family's like, what just happened? Like, why is some random hot girl giving you $500? This is what we're doing. By asking a person, how did you sleep last night? This is what octogenarians talk to each other about. You don't say at the Four Seasons, walking your dog at 5:15 in the morning, hey, what do you do for work? Yeah, we know what we do for work, okay? We fucking kill it. But now our significant other is sleeping, our dog needs to piss, and we're out here in pseudo athletic gear, athleisure wear, walking our dog in front of 1435 Brickell. If you want to come kidnap me, you better bring it, okay? You better bring it. But while you're in the process of trying to kidnap me, I will show you how to make 10 times whatever fee you're thinking about for extraction. Plus, you'll avoid getting killed because those are countermeasures. How Mossad of a massage of a Mossad am I? We're walking dogs. How did you sleep last night? Basically, this is what you're hunting. You're hunting sugar daddy to sugar daddy. You're hunting not deer who can't hunt back. You're hunting problems. You're hunting in a way that is this video, which is, can 10 minutes with Larry Chang turn into at least $10 million? That answer is irrevocably, intrinsically, intuitively, yes. This is what I'm hunting for. I'm hunting for, does this billionaire who spent his entire life trying to make money, does he realize that he has inflammation? Basically, I'm saying, do you know you're obese? Do you know you need to lose weight? Am I the vagina whisperer? Because you not trying to lose weight kind of makes you a pussy, because you're like, oh, maybe I don't want to live longer because my quality of life right now, Larry, it's not the best. That's why you need a drug to fall asleep and a drug to wake up. These are problems of inflammation. I would say of rich people and poor people, your problem is 80% inflammation. But Larry, are you a doctor? What kind of qualifications do you have? What kind of qualifications do I have? Is I can ask 3 questions that make me prove to you that I know you better than your doctor does. Why? Because your doctor's a fucking retard because he's got shitty credit and he's not rich. Therefore, he's going to need to sell you drugs for inflammation, sell you drugs for heart disease, sell you shit that you don't need. This is where inflammation with sleep apnea, with one page of James Nestor's book, because I'm not pulling the 10 mil before our dogs collectively take a doo-doo. I'm not. I'm giving you the best information you've ever gotten by referring to book, chapter, verse of what your medical malady is tied into inflammation. Now, I have a tool that you do not have access to, but this is how you know that you can play later at this level. You see, I walk around with the closer. He's a hammer closer who opens and closes. In sales, the hardest thing is a cold open. When you cold open properly, you yell, Yahtzee. That's cold open Yahtzee. I have a tool for that. That tool is also my closer, which is Tom Brady. Which is, what's your dog's name? Tom Brady. What we're doing is we're flashing the like button. If you already liked it, like it again. And if you haven't liked it, what the actual F? What the actual F? Why is Tom Brady the closer? Because everybody knows who Tom Brady is. They can't quite figure out 5 things. I'll shorten it from 12 things. You know what? Let's just hit you with all of it because all of them help you do hashtag 26 days of Grok 4 ducking BK. You're fucking welcome. You're fucking welcome. You're fucking welcome. What's up? Happy to see you here. Tell me your real name via text message. Number 1 of 12, all applicable to our hashtag, that one guy. Drop it in. Hashtag 26 days of Grok 4 ducking BK. To wrap up the prior thing, very Tom Brady like, number 1, expanding on a prior, which I left Pumpkin hanging with day number 55, cold open Yahtzee. What's it day 55 from? It's from hashtag 23 days of OpenAI at SXSW. It was at the Renaissance Hotel. I had a hottie in the room. Remember? I pulled a hottie in the room and I was doing a morning video while I was letting my dog take his morning pee. That's Tom Brady, number 1, expanding on a prior. Remember, we're tying in Tom Brady to hashtag 26 days of Grok 4 ducking BK. Pulling the inflammation, pulling 10 mil plus, doing this multiple times. You see, I'm hunting for inflammation in that Tom Brady, the human, he is all about pliability and being anti-inflammation. Nobody really knows what to think of Tom Brady. Rich people think he's just a middling guy who did 650 things to be successful. Number 4, it's not the one thing that you're going to get from this video, it's the 26 things you're going to get. That's Tom Brady. Tell me about your favorite Super Bowl ring. That would be the next one. So his thinking would be my favorite day of the 26 days of Grok 4 ducking bankruptcy. That would be the next day but here are 5 previous days that were amazing. Day 5, 26 days of Grok 4 ducking BK would be Michael Burry mentoring Larry Chang about NVIDIA and OpenAI in Palantir short sell, which is selling a share that you don't own. Tom Brady with the Manning brothers talking about short selling. You see, Tom Brady is my mentee who became my mentor. When you make the mentee to mentor transition, you make so much money. This is why I am Sugar Daddy 6.7, Sugar Daddy 67, Sugar Daddy 420 using Web 123. Are these jokes? Yes, these are jokes, but they're also 100.0% accurate because of number 7. What we're doing right now is we're in the quarterback room and I'm giving you plays. The billionaire walking his dog, that's a play. The 2 girls who want a 3-way, some pro athlete, you'll be able to rip them from that guy doing 2 girls, 1 book. And they're going to pay you dinner first, coach. This is Sugar Daddy day 15. Is that Sugar Daddy over there going to cause you to go bankrupt? Because that's what happens when you have a kid with an NBA player who then defaults because that NBA player got caught gambling. Now he's bankrupt, you're bankrupt, and you could have just shot for the stars in trying to sleep with the 6'5" football, basketball, baseball player that was walking you through play number 8 of this Tom Brady within hashtag 26 days of Grok 4 ducking BK. You see, Tom Brady was turning around Hurts as he was making football plays. How did he turn around Hurts? He sold Tesla in a commercial. Tesla, it famously does not have cars. Commercials. Famously does not have car commercials. When you ask people, hey, have you seen a Tesla car commercial? They'll be like, yeah, I've seen Tom Brady do it. Uh-oh. Somebody got schooled. That would be that one guy. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. 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 It's always the new people who bring in sometimes genius shit. Enjoy being a moderator. Don't moderate other people. Uh-oh. You don't have a phone? Oh my God. You can send me an email, lawrence.chang@gmail. No pressure, though. Also, no pressure. Is this the most valuable video you've ever watched? It's an honest question. I'm actually doing a heat check right now before I rifle through 9 through 12 and my script, which is still on script, while I manage the chat, which I think I'm killing it. No, these are jokes. It's also a business podcast, but these are jokes too. When you say, Larry, can I send you a business plan? That answer is fuck no. You can't do 8 sentences followed by a requested 8 sentences followed by 8 sentences. You can't do 24 sentences in a row. I definitely don't want to see your business plan. It's hashtag close. It's hashtag 26 days of Grok 4 ducking BK. You see, this is why wide receivers run the wrong route tree, because there's this person, his name is Phil Simms. He had a kid who's retarded. I think his name is also Phil Simms. The coach gave him a play. The quarterback whisperer. He's going to coach at Stanford. Anyway, he gave him a play, and he's like, hashtag 26 days of Grok 4 ducking BK. It was that complicated. And he couldn't get it after 9 tries. And now he criticizes Tom Brady. That's number 9, which is, this is the play that we're running. Can you one time get it right in the quarterback room? Because this is practice. If you can't get it right when someone's like, oh yeah, I know Larry Chang, the guy's a quack, then you'll say, for money or for jizz gossip, which is, oh yeah, I try to troll his balls too. He said, no, I don't want to see your business plan. Or you can pick up the money by going, wait a minute, you think Larry Chang, like Larry Chang, board of directors, GameStop, is a quack? And they'll be like, no, not that Larry Chang. I'm talking about Larry Chang. You mean Larry Chang, who mentored Larry Chang about the 4,710 Bitcoin that GameStop have? That Larry Chang? And they'll be like, how many Larry Changs can there be? In venture capital, there's only one number one VC. That's Larry Chang. That's how to talk like a billionaire. But let's say you're talking like you. Oh, yeah, Larry Chang, that guy's a quack. This whole thing is set up for you guys to put it on a T, because I'm baiting retards to say retarded shit. You then knock it out of the park. This is an example. Hey, that guy Larry Chang, he's a scam artist. Oh, that's interesting, because I watched him take a literal retard who has 0 years of college, 7 years away from a 4-year engineering degree at the University of Illinois. How can you be 7 years away from a 4-year engineering degree? Well, you guys did it. That would take you at least 7 years before you say that, oh, Larry's just a Chinese guy talking a lot of Chinese trash talk that's actually 100.0% accurate. Jeff Bezos finally landed a rocket ass first, finally, which I'm surprised. I thought Jeff Bezos was going to take 20 years to land a rocket ass first. Who congratulated Jeff Bezos' company for landing a rocket ass first? Elon Musk. Are you going to take 10 years to understand 78 minutes? Because you could have understood this video while you're videoing this video live. Humor isn't flattery. It is. You make it sound like business relationships are formed from being a suck up. So this is you guys doing page 127, page 132, point number 9, Tom Brady. He's not going to beta mail you into beta. What is beta male behavior? It is snickering like we're conniving endometriosis or polycystic ovarian syndrome sufferers. We are not that. We don't have a limited number of eggs. Our jizz is limitless. Oh, but Larry, I am a girl. Please respect. Oh, I respect the egg to the point where we're on number 10, which is we have a limited amount of life left. This is why women get to live longer because every month our vaginas cause us to feel like we're dying. That's number 10 is we're not dying, we're getting reborn. That's how Tom Brady looks younger now than when he was young. Why? Because anti inflammation, we're getting reborn. Ladies, when the pressure is up because our time to procreate is down, we need to get mentored by two vagina whisperers. That would be Tom Brady, you're your own vagina whisperer, and Larry Chang. Because during crunch time, who's the best? That would be Larry Chang, Tom Brady, and you. You're in crunch time. You're pushing 27 years old. You have no children. You're worried out of your brain. You need a sugar daddy. Do I need a sugar daddy? I need to get pregnant. I need a date. The next person I sleep with, that's going to be my husband. That's you panicking. That's you throwing up a Hail Mary with no shot of scoring Larry Chang jizz. Number 11, we need to find our Drew Bledsoe. Number 11. Why? Because we're going to need to get mentored by Larry Chang and then surpass him. That's Tom Brady. What are we talking about? What is the name of this video and what is the hashtag? He had a kid who's a retard, Phil Simms, the two-time Super Bowl champion. There's a video of him in my Twitter that shows that he can't memorize some basic stuff. We have a new word for that. It's called mushi, which is what we're doing in the next segment of this live stream. Mushi. It's a new word. It's a genius business protocol, almost as genius as a hashtag. Broker the chef, have you said the hashtag correctly one time? He is speaking cryptically in parables. When you use cryptically, the way you spell it, in fact, that's 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 12 sentences. That accusation is 12 sentences. That right there will make you $2 to $2,000 when you view this video as Web 12, which is, I used to think it was cryptic. I used to think it was parable. This is what I now think it is. I think he's blowing up hashtags. By blowing up, I mean expanding on a prior. Because when you say cryptic, crypto, that's Web 3. You're not understanding that you're in Web 12. You've been in Web 12 for 80 minutes. Well, yeah, 80 minutes actually, if you count the old videos. Pumpkin, Do you know that Capcom putting me into that video game got me put into the NFL speaking circuit? Larry Chang from Dead Rising. He's the only entrepreneur, period. Dead Rising. He's a 6'5" Chinese guy with a cannon for an arm, period. Larry Chang, the video game Dead Rising. He fucks Jennifer, the hot girl. Frank doesn't even fuck her, period. Dead Rising, Capcom. I would ask athletes, black and white people, hey, what would be something that you would want? What would be something that you would want that's going to take some street smarts? They're like, I want to be in a video game, Larry. Because remember, not all athletes were in all video games. Only the best of the best get to be in a video game. And I go, would it impress you if I got in a video game? And they go, if you got into a video game, you would level up in a way that makes you do whatever you want to do. Own an NFL team, be an agent, be a sugar daddy, a boss daddy. Oh, thank you. Enough said. We did the Dead Rising Capcom video game release in Napa, California. Oh, did that party self-fund itself? Because billionaires ask themselves, hey, can I launch a video game and make money while we're launching a video game? What's the hashtag that we're using? So that way you know the play versus thinking that it's cryptic, thinking that it's a parable, which are two low socioeconomic phrases, by the way. Do you see how you're going from low soc to high value via not red pilling? You're web 12ing. You sound like a hooker. Let's hope Sugar Daddy sounds like a hooker, because when you mix up the pimp with the hooker, you're playing a brand new game. Remember, it's dinner first coach, which is how to be a sugar daddy while being cash flow positive. What is the name of this? What is the name of this video? What is the name of this video? Magic is about to take place. All of your questions are going to be snuffed out. Your questions are going to be replaced with empowering questions. Your pen will furiously be scribbling. This will be the first time you've ever gotten value from a YouTube video. These are not bold statements. This is fundamentals. This is you've never been into a quarterback room. This is a room you've never been to. This is a YouTube live that you've never experienced. This is the beginning of you improving and turning around You Incorporated. I call this a quarterback room. Why? Because we're barking out plays, don't tone police me. We're testosteroning, inserting ourselves financially into places that benefit us. Yes, ladies, you can insert your labia. What we're doing with these plays is we're understanding something that exists all around us, a hashtag. Ladies and pussies, you're using a hashtag like it's an exclamation point, which is hashtag pay attention to me, hashtag Larry Chang's situationship is half Mexican, half Caucasian, therefore 75% Mexican and 55% Caucasian at the wrong times. Now we're in a non interracial relationship because Larry Chang is the vagina whisperer. That is not cryptic, that is specific because you think that a woman who's half Mexican and half Caucasian is 50% Latino and 50% Caucasian, but it bleeds into 30 to 80% Mexican to 50 to 55% Caucasian. Why? White privilege. This might seem like it's word salad or verbal island, but what you don't understand is how to listen because you're sitting there not subscribed, not wanting more, trying to feel the pain of you could have gotten this information at the library. Let me organize it for you in the same way that I cold opened Kobe Bryant a third time by saying, Kobe, you talk about how the world is lefty, righty. Kobe. Kobe Bryant. February 2013, Madison Square Garden. You talk about how the world's your library. Kobe, do you realize that your press conferences are basically your bibliography? Kobe, you talk about how the world's your library. Have you thought about how your press conferences are actually your bibliography? Where's your security team? I want to book some time with you. Where's your security team? Where's your advanced planner? I don't need my advanced planner. Walk with me. Okay. So, library. You've famously been quoted as saying that the world is your library. Do you realize that your press conferences are a bibliography? That's interesting. What are you doing for food? We're walking to dinner. Will you join us? Thank you for the offer. That's very kind of you. No, no, no. Whatever you're doing, skip it. That's cold open Yahtzee, not, hey, can I ask you a question? No, it's just state what you know succinctly and specifically. That's cold open Yahtzee. That's Tom Brady. That's, ladies, what you're doing with a shot clock that is dwindling. We don't have much time. Shit's about to get even more crazy as per the book, When Money Dies. you're watching live time US dollars dying. But right now, the more you print, the more it's going to be worth. You guys are very talkative. Number 12. Number 12. We can turn around ourselves as we turn around GameStop, as we turn around anything. Step one, brainstorm an external API where we're solving the problems of 1913 in 2025. We can do it, which is you can't just end the Fed 1913. But what we can do is understand this genius explosion. I'd get a pen if I were you. I would really get a pen. This is the genius. You're going to understand the dungeon that you live in. You're going to understand the war that's overt against the middle class. You're going to understand everything you've heard in this video, which is saying something. You're going to even understand 1913. What the fuck happened in 1971? What the fuck happened? That's a website called WTF Happened in 1971. That's $800 for you to make. So what I'm going to do in our remaining genius explosion is dole out $800 Easter eggs for you to make eggs that are Easter. I don't think 10-5-23 is anything. Prove me wrong. You seem like a robot. Which is, good job, you distracted me. I can't be distracted. Which is, everything I'm going to say is going to be monetizable at $800. This is me handing you an Easter egg. When you say random stupid shit, you're trying to insert yourself where you're not welcome, because that's what happened to you when you're a kid. Did I already explain what November 14, 2015 means? Altogether, today is November 15. It's okay that you're getting the years mixed up. Today is November 15, day 26 of hashtag 26 days of Grok 4 ducking bankruptcy. We're oh, good job. So, yes, good job. Seriously, good job. If you guys are confused because I'm talking about multiple topics, let me conjoin 6 into 1. Dare I say, 6-way? I do. You see, what the fuck happened in 1971 also connects to September 14, 2015. Because nobody's asking, hey, Larry, what happened September 14, 2015? Because that's the genius. Genius bullet point number 1. When you ask genius questions that are specific, you're able to pick up Easter egg number 2, which is what the fuck did happen in 1971? Answer for $800, $8 million, or $8 billion, you pick. But you'll probably pick $0. Fuck yourself in the face for picking $0. Because Web 4, that's what happened in 1971. Once you see that this is the answer amongst all answers, this is the most valuable video on YouTube, because other people don't know what happened in 1913. They don't know what happened on September 14, 2015. When you know stuff that other people don't know, now it's your job to solve someone's problem and then get rich. If you think I'm talking in crypto or parable, you really don't know what parable or crypto are. Because a parable is a compression algorithm with an end moral of a story. That's what a hashtag is, but you're fighting it. Why? Because you're a beta male, and meeting an alpha male makes you feel embarrassed that you're a beta, so you'll try to out alpha an alpha as a beta male. Did I just explain to you Web 2? It's beta males coming up with being an influencer, doing brain rot as they succeed in Web 2, and now they're needing more attention. Let's do stupider and bolder things. Oops, I just got arrested in Korea. That's why nobody wins that race to the bottom. That's you understanding Web 2. That's you understanding everything. Is this video valuable? Are you watching this video and not wanting more content? I don't care. I don't care. Because I do care about Web 3, Web 4, Web 5, Web 12. That is not a word salad. That is me mapping out plays that are going to bankrupt you. Let me repeat that, because Karen from Homeowner Association, she has shit spam that is actually amazing, because she doesn't know it, but her being, what's that thing where you no longer have eggs? Menopausal. Her menopausal energy is helping us with Web 12, which is, can you take a piece of shit and turn it into $800? That's Easter egg number 6, which is, let's literally take shit and make us money. Plugging in my dog from a nap. Whoa, you're such a fluffy little guy. You're such a fluffy little guy. You're so cute. Literally taking postmenopausal spam and turning it into money. Have you considered remodeling your home? It's a bit outdated. I work for the HOA, and if you were in my town, I would have your house condemned. 7-Eleven. This is why the world has no defense. The world has no defense because Karen is who is trying to defend. That's who's trying to compete against you. Not exactly that one guy. I'm going to explain to you while I explain 9:14:15. As I jack in. Jacking in. My entire body is so sore from lifting. Fuck that trainer. She's a bitch. I do feel tight though. September 14, 2015. Who is going to teach CS183D? That's not true. It's Bristol 4. There are cobwebs growing there. Question: who will teach CS183D? That was asked by the co-founder, Scam Altman. So he asked that. He also hosted a Christmas event called the 12 Days of OpenAI. What happens when Jewish people do Christmas shit? It's actually amazing. Let's focus, you guys, which is 12 days of OpenAI. That was a problem. What was the solution? 21 days of OpenAI at XSSW. It's a music conference, is a festival. It's basically spring break for nerds. It's amazing. Used to be amazing. It went bankrupt. Ditto a lot of shit in Austin because they did too many greedy things. Oops, went bankrupt. I wonder if there's a hashtag that would help us get rich while we help people duck bankruptcy. I wonder. Do you see how this video is the most valuable video that you've ever watched? Because everything is going bankrupt. Let's benefit from that. Versus, oh, Larry, my head's barely above water. Blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about you. And the fake sugar daddy who says that they care about you, they're gonna not be keeping their promises. Who is going to teach CS183D? That was asked by Sam Altman on September 14, 2015. Why is that significant? It's significant because I answered that question 3 years prior. What happens when you front run someone else's question, especially a billionaire? That's what we're doing here with Web 12, front running questions. You might want to put that into a box because that's not going to be its own separate day, because that is every day, everywhere, which is, can you front run someone else's question? What does it mean to front run a question? It's listener train of thought. It's, is the market asking this question, which is, oh, Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett retired. Is Berkshire Hathaway annual convention going to be any good? You see, you're front running a question. That's why Neil from Bullet Traders still can't pick up that money, because he got distracted with always something new, doing something new, always something new, versus why can't you just take a free vacation, Easter egg number 17? Why can't you just take a free vacation to Omaha, Nebraska, May 1, May 2, May 3, right? Just take the free vacation. Should teachers be able to pass Cal Prop because it allows teachers, underfunded immigrants, to learn about identity? So this is your brain on, I'm trying to ruin my own brain. And when you're trying to ruin your own brain, Good luck trying to ruin someone else's brain. Good luck trying to ruin someone else's brain. Good luck trying to ruin someone else's brain. Let's repair our own brain. Not going to block you. You want me to block you? Not going to. It's amazing if Larry Chang is there. No idea what you're talking about. So the reason you don't want to diversify into something else is we don't listen to pansexual neurodivergence, because back in my day, being gay and retarded, that was something we tried to avoid. That's not to say that you're not welcome, because I'm gay and I'm retarded. I just identify as a lesbian. You didn't ask me what my pronouns were, which is she, they, she, he, she. True story. First woman to play 2 male dominated pro sports. First woman ever. Larry Chang. Easter eggs galore. Easter egg number 32, which is when you front run a question, you make money. How easy is it to guess at people's questions? Super easy. Look at the low quality of questions that we ask on the fly. We're not even on the fly right now. We're nearly 2 hours in. We're nearly 2 hours in where we're asking the shittiest questions of questions or shit, which is, can we start another web app? You want to do more Web 2? We're trying to do Web 12 here. Telegram is for losers. Ditto, Primal, ditto, that other thing. Meebo? Quibo? I don't even know what the name of it is. I don't even know what the name of it is. Maybe Twitter. You know what? Let's do Twitter. I have been influenced by your pansexuality, your neurodivergence. I get the two mixed up because basically to me, it's two things to be avoided. Should we pray the gay away? We shall. Father Lord, thank you for the blessing of this time, and may this video bless people's bank accounts. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Best prayer ever, which is 9-14-15. You see, AI helps smart people who are rich get richer and smarter. Poor people are saying poor people things, which is, Larry, isn't AI a bubble? Larry, isn't AI not going to get people fired from their jobs? Poor people are forced to make macroeconomic pattern recognition. Let me repeat that. People who are rich or poor, who are trying to make macroeconomic prognostications, diagnoses, will end up bankrupt. That's why we're doing the intuitive video, which is my sugar daddy is asking me to pay tuition and not skip over the fact that government as sugar daddy causes the entire country to go bankrupt, which is a hilarious way of saying, let's duck bankruptcy. Let's use AI, 26 days of it, to use Grok 4 to duck bankruptcy. Let's make money. let's make let's make let's make web 12 stand out. Let's pretend that I didn't just give 30 Easter eggs. Let's do one simple Easter egg. What we're doing is my head is in a pretzel from having to understand your brain. So this is why I'm not going to block you, but I will pin you because you need the attention. So we're doing this for an Easter egg. You're welcome. And I'm so sorry that I understand what you're thinking. We're summarizing this video in what your notes are, which currently are non existent or looking absolutely atrocious. So, pen to paper, let's get our bankruptcy avoidance, bankruptcy benefiting journal going. It's a pad of paper that is virginal. You're going to write your first notes. I don't believe you. I don't believe you because you're talking so much here that there's no way you're scribbling furiously. No, you can't. You won't. Have you ever done that? What you're doing is, oh, I'm going to take a screenshot, and then you've never benefited from any of the screenshots that you've taken. You've never benefited from the screenshots that you've taken because you don't expand on a prior. This is Web 12. Exactly. You're multitasking. You're not multitasking. You're zero shipping. You're zero shipping. This is us with this assignment that is for an Easter egg that to me is so easy, which is send me 40 sentences on this video. Send me 40 sentences. And this should be 100% within 6 minutes. But why is it slow? Here's my email, lawrence.chang@gmail. That's a real email. Let's say 40 sentences would actually take you 6 minutes and you only want to spend 2 minutes. Do 12 sentences for 2 minutes. That's Web 12 because you haven't taken step one. That's Web 12. You now understand Web 4, which is what the F happened in 1971. This is another 12 sentences, which is Web 0 is can you send a piece of mail or an email? Oh, but Larry, I don't want to email because my brain's broken. I can't pen pal. This is why boomers dominate because boomers would send mail via the Pony Express. So you send a telegram, you wait a week, they read it, and then they send another telegram back. You wanted to do the Pony Express, you said telegram. Are these jokes? Yeah. They're not laughing at you, even though it feels that way because you realize that you're retarded. We're not laughing at the fact that you're currently retarded. We're laughing at the fact that in the future, you're going to be rich and retarded, but you're going to have focus and you'll have done something. And then we can all laugh. Remember that sugar daddy?